husband Scott and I own the Clothes Mentor in Fargo, North Dakota.
Hi, my name is Shantelle Peterson. I manage their store in Fargo, North Dakota.
Well, the Clothes Mentor store owner wears many different hats. I'm in the store quite a bit. I also do all our advertising and marketing. I myself do our books and our payroll. I do have a tax accountant who takes care of our tax things. So one day I can be working on our Facebook page or working on a marketing campaign, and the next day I can be buying clothes.
I would like to think that I am Christine's right-hand person. I like to think that I kind of take over when she's not available. I deal a lot with the staff and making sure that the day-to-day operations within the store are running smoothly and correctly, and so that she doesn't have to worry about a lot.
I have a degree in business management. I came from a bookkeeping background at a bank, and then our credit union actually, and then I went into retail, and I was in retail management for 7 years prior to buying this Clothes Mentor franchise.
My background prior to coming to Clothes Mentor is I actually worked under Christine at a different resale store, and I saw her vision and I really wanted to be a part of it, and she asked me to be part of her team, and I jumped at the chance.
Well, first it was something I knew something about. I saw a need in our community for that type of resale. We just didn't have anything like that. And management's hard work. Being a manager in retail especially is hard work. So why not capitalize on that hard work and benefit myself from it? I think even though I had experience in retail and maybe knew a little bit of how to go about it, I didn't know the steps you take and the actual details or something. You don't know where to begin. So I think with a franchise, they walk you through that step by step, and it was so helpful. Because like I said, I wouldn't have known where to begin. Do we get lease space first? Do we go to a bank first? So I think having a franchise hold your hand and walk you through those steps is so important and invaluable, really. Definitely. I mean, obviously training is a huge part of opening, anything, I would say, but absolutely, we had a lot of hands-on experience in the store. Had experience, you guys training us on and me especially more on the bookkeeping side and the accounting side. And then not only that, but the print material that I got even before we went down for training was a huge help on where to start and what to do. And it broke it down into step by step. This week you should be doing this week you should be doing that. So that was very helpful as well. And not only that, but besides the in-store training and the print, you guys are just a phone call away, and you always are great at answering any questions we have.
I found the training very valuable. Coming from a prior background in retail experience, the training was pretty easy to catch on to. It wasn't something that needed to take days upon days to learn. It's pretty spelled out. It's very easy to follow, and everyone made themselves readily available to have those questions answered if you did have any kind of training questions. So I did find training very beneficial.
Coming to the Clothes Mentor Convention, I've learned an invaluable amount of information on ongoing procedures for the store, both in the sessions and a lot in just talking to other franchisees, because it's a great time to just bounce ideas off each other and learn what other stores are doing, things that maybe we wouldn't have thought of. And then the sessions themselves are a great help, and they've been wonderful.
As someone who is just coming to conference for the first time, and as a manager's perspective, I really did enjoy when they separated us from owner to manager. We got the chance to talk to different managers and really listen to their struggles, their strength, see what's working for them, see how we could maybe tweak that and modify it to our needs in our store. And I just think it's a really good thing to be able to share those ideas with other clothes mentor managers and owners, for that matter, across the country. And I mean, I don't think you would be able to learn that anywhere else but conference.
Well, today we learned a lot about accountability, holding people accountable, ways to go about doing that. We've learned, tools and techniques for implementing it the correct way. A lot of communication factors involved in that as well. Technology has been a huge part of our conference here this year, so we've got a lot of good ideas of different things we can do with maybe our Facebook page and our website and a lot of, media like that. I love our point of sale system at Clothes Mentor. It is so user friendly. From an inventory standpoint, I can run so many different reports and see where we're at, where we're going. I can get a pinpoint of inventory at any time of the day. It's just, those things are invaluable from an owner perspective. Another thing I appreciate about our POS system is, all the backup is done, at headquarters, so I never have to put in disks and, do any type of backup. I never have to worry about that. And that takes a big load off my mind. And another huge thing for me, having small children as I do, I can access it from home. So when I'm home and I want to see what's going on at the store, I can check on that from my personal computer, and that is amazing. It's awesome.
First, I would just like to say, while the program is very sophisticated, it's not complicated, because everyone can use it, and whatever program you might have been using before, this is just simplified to, and it's the brass tacks of things, the things that you need, and even things that you didn't know that you needed, but you did. Like our inventory, for example, when I'm doing a buy and say a Coach purse comes in, and 3 days later, a very similar Coach purse comes in, we have the ability to click on the inventory button, type in Coach, and all of those purses come up, so all of the girls can see, oh, this brown Coach purse that was this size was priced at this. I should price this comparable, and so this is how I'm going to price that. So we have no question as to, oh, should I price this higher than this or lower than this? It's all straight across the board, and it's just a button click away. So that has been something that has been very beneficial from my standpoint as a manager, looking at our different POS systems. So.
Well, I think from a pricing standpoint, there's clothes mentors across the country, so it's nice to know you can walk into a store in Texas, you can walk into a store in Minnesota, you can walk into a store in Florida and find very similar pricing on the same type of product. I mean, it's not always going to be exactly the same because demographics and things change from store to store, but it'll always be, if not the same, really close.
One thing that I've learned coming to Clothes Mentor is the customers really appreciate any and all help that you want to give them. And with that, a tool that is very vital to helping us remember and also give the best customer service that we absolutely can is being able to look at that customer's buy history and see what brands they're selling, because they are obviously buying those brands, and why wouldn't we want them to buy from us? So if I can look at what Sally is selling, I can also show Sally those different items that we have in the store. So that's just another way that we are able to utilize POS and how POS works for us. Christine puts out an inventory report. She reads it completely different than I would, as far as she sees it as these are the types of things that we have in the store and what we're buying, and I look at it as these are still the types of things that we have in the store, but I know what people are buying, I know where to go from there. But that's a tool that, we definitely utilize every day when we should be just looking at those types of things.
And I think to take full advantage of all the tools available on POS, you got to put in some work on it. You can't just expect to get a computer system and everything's going to be right there and it is right there for you, but you have to take the time to learn what reports, work for you, work for your store, and they're available and they're there, and it's convenient, and it's easily accessible, easy to use. It makes sense. And like she said, reports that I might find, that I need or interesting to me or big picture wise, and then her day-to-day reports, they're all there together.
And they can easily be broken down into very functional things. So the tools are there, and you just need to utilize them to your
use them to your benefit. Our name was not recognizable in the beginning, so we relied heavily on advertising to get our name out there. We did use, we used TV, we used radio, and we did use print. All of those three to help spread the word. Clothes Mentor provided us with an amazing amount of tools for all of our advertising needs, and we did utilize all of them. We had great response to all. Well, we had great response to all of them, but I would say our TV was a big one, and then before, and it may sound like maybe almost a little old-fashioned, but the flyers we sent out when we just opened to start buying clothes. To get people to come in and sell to us were a huge success. The direct flyers were a huge success in the beginning for us. So, and Clothes Mentor made those available and ready, and they were great. They worked wonderfully. Which, was fortunate for us, fortunate for our store, because, we could really utilize that market, and it made a huge impact on our sales, our buys. We had a great return from it. Also, a link to our Facebook page, which Facebook has been a huge in our market. I mean, we do everything on Facebook, from specials in the store, daily, what we're looking for. We'll post pictures of new inventory that's coming in. A lot of interaction with our customers. So the fact that they can get to our Facebook page through the Clothes Mentor National website is awesome. That provides us with a lot of great feedback, and we can track that, how that's running through, and also we do constant contact for our emails. And Clothes Mentor, because I'm not a graphic designer and that's not my strong point, the fact that they give us templates and we just have to change some wording and send out those emails is awesome.
I saw this on Facebook. Oh, I got one of these flyers in the mail, or I was just walking by and I saw an ad that you had. So it's definitely there. The tools are there, and people notice that, and not having to go out on a store-to-store basis and have all of them be different. People can identify with a brand and say, oh, I saw this flyer in Minnetonka, but I noticed that you had one in Fargo, North Dakota. Well, it's because corporate provides us with the nice template so that everything is a constant, and so you can identify as a brand. So that's been really clutch for us.
It gets your name out there as a brand, and people start recognizing and realizing it's a franchise and this is what they do. And the better you can make your store, and the better you can represent the brand, is better for everyone as a whole.
You can't just look at it as a store-to-store basis. Yes, we are individual stores, but we are a brand, and that is what we're, a collective whole when it comes to that. And so when people come to our Clothes Mentor in Fargo, North Dakota, they know what to expect. So if they're in Texas around Plano and they stop into that Clothes Mentor, they know what to expect, because we are a franchise. We all have that common goal and that common accessibility. So that's been something that our customers really appreciate, is yes, they are individual stores, but they all have that brand unity.
Oh, and awareness. And we want the other Clothes Mentor stores, we want to represent our store the best we possibly can, and we want people to have a great experience coming in our store. And we want it to be successful, obviously, for us, but we want the other stores to be successful, and have a great brand. And because the better everyone does, the better the brand does, it's good for everybody. First of all, we pay cash.
That's huge.
Cash for clothes is huge. If you want to go to consignment store, you want to go to us. You know, you don't have to wait 3 months for your clothes to sell, your shoes to sell, your purse to sell before you get that cash. So that's obviously, that's what differentiates us. That's what, you know, that's our number one thing we push. We encourage. Why do women love Clothes Mentor? Wow.
You don't have to go to the mall and go to every different store.
Yeah.
Everything is right there. Every brand is right there. We've got everything that the mall has in one store. It could take you an entire day shopping at the mall.
Right.
Give us an hour and I can give you that entire outfit from 19 different stores.
Not only that, but like as someone who loves shoes, I love shoes. I love shoes, but I cannot get myself to spend $300 on a pair of shoes. I can't do it. But if I can go to Clothes Mentor and get them for $40 or $22, you know, if I can get a pair of Dolce & Gabbana heels there for $40, $50.
Pair of jeans, I'm going to wear those jeans and I'm going to tell everybody the awesome deal that I got on them. And I think that's a huge thing when people are shopping, especially women, is we want to shop and we want to get the bang for our buck. And at Clothes Mentor, women get that. And they get those awesome name brands and they get them at a price that they can brag to their friends about.
Right.
And it's awesome.
And I think too, like when you go into your average retail store, you know what to expect. You know what they're going to have. When you come into Clothes Mentor, somebody could have sold something yesterday that you were you didn't even know you wanted until you saw it and you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is here and such a great price. You know, it's like she said, the thrill of the hunt. That's awesome. It's so fun.
And having all those brands accessible to you right there, it's so awesome.
I feel like we're using awesome a lot.
But it is such a great tool to use too, because different designers obviously have different schemes and different plans they want to work out, and why not be able to mix those? And you aren't going to look the same as Joe Schmo walking down the street, because the outfit that you got at Clothes Mentor is a one-of-a-kind thing, and no one else can have that exact outfit. So that works.
It's exciting. Well, cash on the spot, obviously they love it. I mean, who wouldn't?
No one's going to say no cash on the
No,
spot.
I don't want your cash.
That's way too convenient, right?
Yeah, I think
too convenient. Don't give me that.
Yeah, another check the next week. No, it's just right here. Here's your cash. You know,
I don't have to go to the bank and cash something.
No.
Add an extra errand to my
Right.
already hectic day. Here you go. You have cash right here.
I don't have to have a rummage sale. I don't have to price all this stuff myself. I don't have to take a weekend and set up my garage. You know, women are busy. They're busy, and they don't have time for all that. I know I don't have time for all that. So if I can make it convenient and easy and cash on the spot, I'm all for it. On my point of sale close report I get at home, I can see, you know, there's this much money in our registers. We're going to need some cash for tomorrow, so we can be sure to pay out cash. You know, so I think obviously the point of sale is really the only thing I use to manage our cash flow within the store.
And it lets us know how much our cash buys are. So then we know how much we're paying out cash wise, as far as, you know, then we know how to trend or track trend, I guess, those days.
Not only that, but it shows what cash we paid out and what people traded. You know, because they can trade, they can, you know, sell things, and instead of getting that cash, they can trade them and buy things, and that helps us, you know, to encourage